Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a couple days since the Nikke live stream for the summer event, and I just gotta say that I am excited for this summer event. Actually excited for the first time for one of these summer/winter events. I mean, sure, they're pretty good in general, but they're not something that I get super hype about. Well, there's a couple things to be hype about with this. Very, very big characters in regards to like popularity contests, great swimsuits in general, I'm just saying, and of course, free stuff. We all love free stuff. So, without any further delay, let's go ahead and get right into it. Actually, I got one more thing to talk about. Gamer subs, baby! That's right. Use code TYSHA for 10% off of your order at gamersubs.gg. Get that beautiful logo up there. Skadoosh. Yes, we just sold out of all the canned, carbonated, caffeine, wonderful thing of gamer subs, but you could still get yourself the good energy powder that is there with a couple new flavors featuring and of course Buff Pup, some great VTubers, and of course don't forget about these wonderful cups. Make sure you use code TYSHA for 10% off. Now, with that, of course, let's go ahead and dive into some sexiness that is Goddess of Victory Nikke, because we always come for the loot and stay for the lore. Now, of course, we did get a code which gave us 10 advanced recruitments, one growth set for 24 hours, so each of them are the 24-hour sets, 5 Darling for a Day tickets, and of course some Ultra Boost modules to help you with your gear. Now, of course, it's Catch Me If You Can 717. I'm pretty sure that the actual code is still working, so make sure you get yourself on that. The announcements of the characters have been really, really good, and unfortunately, these are going to be screenshots from the actual live stream, which means that most of these are censored. But you could also check out Goddess of Victory Nikke on Twitter, and they have released them, and we'll take a look at those as well at the end of this video, just to kind of give you a sneak peek. Now, of course, we got Elegg, who's going to be a Burst 3 user, water machine gun attacker, and looking pretty good. The swimsuit overall is fantastic. And here you thought I was actually going to wait. I mean, really, look at this. Hold on, I don't even think I have the right video quality for this. Let me go ahead and bump this up to the actual 720. Hold on. Look at that. That is gorgeous. And she plays Doom, or not Doom, Boom on her chest. My God, this character has gotten so much popularity for good freaking reason. And my God, she is looking fantastic. I think the biggest news from this, in all honesty, is the fact that we are getting a Pilgrim Summer unit, which is Dorothy. And I think it makes sense because we're talking about a ghost ship, and we get to see a little bit from the actual burst that she has, that we get to see Pine. They don't show it here, I don't think. Which kind of sucks, because I thought that they would actually show it off here. It's like this, well, you can't see my cursor, but if you see this pickup up recruitment here in the top left corner here, that is actually going to have Pine in it as well. But yes, the fact that Dorothy is getting a actual unit is actually fantastic. And you thought I wasn't going to show it off again. This is the actual swimsuit, and my goodness, Dorothy looking fantastic. Oh my God. And I love the way that they've done these bikinis a little bit. I'm just saying, you know, again, I'm a gooner. I fully accept this, and you could be in the comments and be like, this is a grown man talking about, you know, Goddess of Victory Nikke. But I'm just saying, if the game could give you a good story and also give you hot women, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with being a grown man like that? But I do want to get a little serious about this, because this is actually a hot topic, and a lot of people have been discussing like, wow, it's so crazy that they would put a pilgrim in for a summer event. And normally I would just, you know, kind of let these comments go, but I kind of want to, you know, point something out here, because a lot of people, I think, seem to forget that the summer and winter units are limited like characters anyway. You don't get them in the actual banners in the first place. So really, I don't think it really matters if it's a pilgrim or not. It's a limited banner unit. Like, of course, they're going to put a pilgrim because it's one of the most popular characters in there. As a business, it makes sense because of the fact that you want to make the most money. And what makes the most money? Hot pilgrim mommies from Goddess of Victory Nikke. So I'm not saying that it's not, you know, in its own right, somewhat scummy, but I'm saying as a business, it makes the most sense to put a pilgrim unit there. Plus, again, like I said, limited banners happen all the time. Well, not all the time. It's mainly standard banner units. So seeing the winter characters come back and the summer characters come back, it doesn't bother me as much, because again, I was going to summon for the limited characters anyway. Plus they give enough free currency in the first place and free tickets that it really just doesn't bother me as much. So maybe I'm just the outlier, but I don't, compared to other gacha games and their scummy tactics, I don't think that this is as bad. I think that the worst thing that they do is the gacha costumes. Speaking of costumes, my god, Red Hood is getting a costume gacha, and as much as I want to talk crap about the costume gacha, this costume's crazy. But we're also getting a Tuve one, which, you know, it's covered, but honestly, it doesn't really look that bad. It looks pretty normal. And then a Julia one too, because Julia, I believe, is going to be joining us in this excursion, which is pretty crazy to me, right? And my god, does Rappy get freaking bold. I lost my crap when I saw this, the censored version, but this uncensored version, oh my god, she's getting really bold, and it's nice to see the kind of meshing of Red Hood and Rappy's personalities, because of course Red Hood is now part of Rappy, and I like this. I like this a lot. Okay, so I'm very stoked on this, and the burst looks freaking amazing as well. So I'm very excited to see how that's going to look with the uncensored version. And of course, as I stated before, the Tuve and the Julia costumes are good. And I will say this regardless. Like, I don't think anybody should really go for the gacha costumes. Like, as much as I love this Red Hood gacha costume, and I'm in a place where I can kind of afford it, for people who are, you know, penny pinching, you know, and having a hard time, don't spend your money on gachas, to be honest. I'm a very terrible person. Like, I do this so that you don't have to. I tell people, don't spend your money on gachas. If you have like the excess money and you could afford it, then by God, do what you want to do. But if you're somebody who is struggling or just doesn't make a lot, don't spend your money on these. It's not worth it. So I'm just going to put that out there. But yes, the costumes look really, really good. And then of course we get the rerun costumes for Leader, Freema, Yawn, and Pepper, while also getting a rerun of the last year's summer event, which is pretty good. I love this summer event. I thought it was good, but definitely I think this one this year is going to kill this one out the water. I'm just saying. Hologram Kraken is coming up. We're getting basically a new version of the Kraken boss. So there's that. We are also getting a new mini game, and it is basically the fruit game that where the fruits come down and they kind of like bulge together and stuff. We've seen a couple of different mini games like that, or not mini games, but games in general that have come out recently for that. So, you know, it is what it is. It's another mini game for me to play. You know. This one I was not expecting, and I'm very glad that we're seeing this as well. But yeah, we're getting more favorite items. We're getting Polly and Julia, which I was actually like, hell yeah, that makes sense. They're older units, so why not? But I wasn't expecting Bay and Tuve to get favorite items this time around. I thought it would be more of the older units, so very excited to see that Bay and Tuve, two characters that I think a lot of people do actually like, are getting those favorite items. The Bay one looking pretty suspect. So all the other three are just adorable, and then Bay's just like, hey yo, look at my just crazy, man. Oh, I love my Gooter game. I'm just saying. And then, of course, we got the announcement of the Solo Raid Museum update, which we also got in the dev notes, which I talked about in a previous video as well. But yeah, 3 bosses will be available in the new Solo Raid Museum that will be introduced in the August update. In the museum, you could challenge existing Solo Raid bosses and complete missions to earn replicas of avatar frames from the original Solo Raid seasons. Unlock no limit mode when you break the what? Break the craziness. So, but yes, I do think that this update in general is going to be fun. Again, people are going to like complain about Dorothy getting limited unit, but at the same time, like, bro, it is what it is. Now, granted, I will say that it's crazy that we got the Stellar Blade collab and then we got one character to separate and then we go into the summer event, but at the same time, like, it was genius because it made sense to go with the Stellar Blade game releasing, which I have 100% in now. I got all the achievements. I'm good, baby. I might go back to try and get all the costumes from all the different like difficulty levels, but that's about it. So, other than that, I think that this event overall is going to be really good. Probably a lot of free stuff that we're going to be getting, so very excited for that. So let me know in the comments down below if you're excited for this new summer event. Are you excited for Dorothy or elegg? Or are you excited to get the gotcha costume Red Hood? Or not Red Hood, Rappy Red Hood. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to check out Gamersubs. Obviously, use code Tystra for 10% off of your purchase. And yes, I'm going to shill the hell out of these guys every single time. If you don't like it, get to liking it because they give you free samples. And I think that you should try them. Anyways, y'all, that's going to be it. Love you guys to death. And as always, we will catch you in the next video. Please take care and be safe.